Money, money, more money, money, more money, money. 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 Money, money, more money, money, more money.
Yo, you can catch me on the scene, all about the green. Need a V8, I'm on the gangsta lean. I'm flowing like a stream. Mommy got a beam, what I mean with a beam.
All right, what's up, tycoons at the businesses? It's your boy, Mr. Urban Tycoon, and today we have a special guest. This guy's my family. He's my cousin. Growing up, he was more like a brother. You seen me, you seen him, you seen him, you seen me.
Right.
Even though, life took us in different directions and we ain't like we used to be, we still like we used to be. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
day.
without further ado, I'm gonna let Cuzzo take it away, and he gonna let y'all know what he got going on.
All right. Jermal McMillan, owner of 3 new corporations in the state of Virginia. The Virginia Sounds of the Bay and Viable Arts LLCs, owned, operating, governed, sanctioned by parent company J.M. McMillan Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as a benefit corporation. Our primary goal at this time is to unveil, present to you the world's first app that utilizes artists on a platform for hire directly by customers. Viable Arts is the name of that app, and we use that app to, or we will use that app to allow customers to create their own entertainment for any event or occasion that they could possibly think of, using all of the artists from around your locale or anywhere across the country. So what I wanted to do was be able to show you some of the highlights of the app, but I'll get into that later when we get more into the specifics about what we're doing. But I'm just giving you all a general nutshell about what we do. Also, as a part of the app, every employee of this app falls under a 1099-C contract situation, where in their particular states, they would fall under the umbrella of an existing professional performing creative and visual ensemble. So we got a lot going on, but for right now, everybody would be under this one unilateral name of Viable Arts, without the attachment of any of those names for those ensembles. And that's what we're most excited about. But obviously, as we get all ball rolling a little more, we'll create these ensembles and some of these other visions that we have. We'll make those come to fruition later on.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, I didn't know you was that big. You got 3 corporations.
It's it's not that hard. It's not that hard to just establish them. Now it's the making money part. Where you gotta really put your mind and your muscle and your soul and spirit, together to make that happen. But all it takes is a EIN number and a will to create some bylaws for a corporation and some other things you might want to do. And next thing you know, you're a corporate owner, you're a CEO. So I don't want to understate what it is that we got going on, but I'll talk bigger when we get a little bit more bigger though.
Yeah, hey.
But thank you.
My thing is, man, if you're doing what you love, the money will come later, man. That's bigger. That's always bigger than the money to me. You're doing something that you love, and
be passionate about what you're doing, and you don't you won't even recognize the success, the monetary success anyway, because you will be doing what it is that you want to do anyway. So that's what I, look forward to most each and every day, is being able to reach out to various people in the music community, in the arts community, about what it is that we're doing, getting people interested in what we're doing, and also getting people to buy into the idea of what we got going, and having commitments to what we have going on later on. It means a great deal to me, because we're talking about some of the most prestigious people in the country now, in the world of marching bands and other arts areas, committing to do different things now and in the future. So it's very exciting time for all of us around here, but especially for me, because like I said, truly, this is what I'm passionate about. You know that. I've been doing this since I was a baby.
That,
You
that
know,
was that was my my next question. I was going
right.
like you said, I've known you since pretty much I was born, so I know the passion that you have for music. So I know that you're doing something that you love,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that's what it's all about right there.
Well,
But
thank you. Thank you.
tell people, how long you've been, like I said, I know it's been a lifetime. I've known you've been in the music, but just let everybody know how long that you've been, forming these corporations and, bringing your passion and your dreams to reality.
Well, it's a good question. I think that somewhere in my mind, the idea uh, began to kind of loom after I got out of the Marine Corps, which I was in the Marine Corps band. I'm a graduate of the Armed Forces School of Music as a tuba player, and I enjoyed providing ceremonial services to my colleagues in the military, different, you know, higher ups, if you will, different brass, for retirements and changes of commands and post and release ceremonies. So I want to be able to, I wanted to be able to do that. Uh, I would say sometime after I got out of the military. I just didn't know exactly how to put it together. I didn't know if I, wanted to be a nonprofit thing, or there was something I can actually make some money off of, and do it that way. But I always knew it had to exist. So maybe, uh, it was always there, but uh, crystallizing it, putting it all together, 2012 is when I began to hire folks that began working for me now, pro bono, and helping me put together different ideas and ventures together. And we presented those ideas to various heads of economic development around the Hampton Roads area here in Virginia. Uh, it was my pleasure to meet some of those people, and I got a lot of experience by hearing exactly what it is I should do, how I should go about it. So over the years, I've just been doing that, and because I have a life also, and I'm not already equipped with millions of dollars to jumpstart a lot of the ventures that I wanted to, I've been really slow rolling some of these efforts. But that's why I said this app is so important, because it's going to really help us. Uh, cultivate to a new level, where we will be able to get a lot of these other visions that we have on the go. But I would say that it truly started, January 2012, where I just said, I'm just going to get some people together. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to make it happen. And I mean, it started with people who I know to be excellent at what they do, passionate about what they do. So I obviously knew that, they would be the people that I needed to be in charge of this. The ensemble master for this first professional performer, creative, and visual ensemble known as the Virginia Sounds of the Bay is a guy that I marched in the band with at Norfolk State University named Stephen Reed. It's just a remarkable guy, incredibly talented, but his leadership skills, his ways and means to get a job done is something that I thought was definitely worthy of him having that position. I'm just excited about it, and that's what we got going on right now. Starting from that time, but we got more to come.
Yeah, well, that's what's up, man. That's big. 2012. That just lets the people know that you've been putting in that work, man. And don't rush it, man. I know when it drops and everything comes together, it's gonna be something special, you know. But yeah, that's putting in that work right there.
Definitely, it's been a lot of that.
Who are some of the people that you looked up to in business that help you kind of get your principles together, how you want to structure it? Who's somebody that you're looking up to, and who's helped you?
Yeah. Uh, so many people help mold me into the type of person that would be able to run a corporation that will ultimately one day employ tens of thousands of people and possibly more. So that nod first and foremost goes to my parents for being harder on me uh, uh, when they needed to be, even when I thought that they shouldn't, because I'm a kid and I don't know better, right? But yeah, I had two of the realest
Oh man.
that ever did it. Yeah, so it's just one of those things that I just can't go without giving recognition to them for even instilling in me uh, the courage, the fortitude to get out and do things, challenge myself, because I was always involved in performing things, performing arts, performing associations and clubs where I was constantly, in the public, being seen, doing something. So I've always somewhat felt like a small celebrity. And I had to learn how to handle that. And I would give that nod to the first director of a performing ensemble I ever had was at the Community Boys and Girls Club in Wilmington, North Carolina, our hometown, where a man named Joel Lewis gave me the opportunity to be a drum major of that ensemble at the age of 9. And, I was constantly being told, this is how you do it. You can do it this way and do it that way. But he told me I had a natural ability to be a leader. I was always coming up with different ideas. I was always telling somebody, hey, get over here. You need to do this. You need to do it that way. When you're really good at something, you want everybody else to be good at it with you. So glad somebody saw that in me. And then I had opportunities being an extra in movies and perform with my middle school and high school band and Oktoberfest band with my church and the local colleges around. I had opportunities to play with those bands too. And, it was just an exciting thing for me growing up. And then I obviously went to the Marine Corps band where you play in front of everybody in the world constantly in the community, as well as advance and travel on different bases. And I performed in front of 2 different presidents, and that all goes, the professionalism of me, I would say, as far as my tuba playing is concerned, goes to three guys that I never met personally. Tuba players: Arnold Jacobs, Roger Bobo, and Howard Johnson. And adopted various styles that each of them have and combined them all into one player that was me, but it was the way that they carried themselves as professional performers that is something I really gravitated towards also. I got a lot of my leadership skills, obviously, from leaders I experienced in the military. Shout out to Gunner Sergeant Surface. Shout out to Chief Warrant Officer Ron Fuquals. Shout out to Master Guns, Top Simons, Gunny Jeremiah, Staff Sergeant Hayes, Warrant Officer Hayes. So many different people. Sergeant Barter. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. The list of different Marines, that gave me guidance, and I certainly hope I didn't miss anybody, and then they feel some kind of way about it, because again, all these different gentlemen gave me the tools that I needed, the resources that I needed to be the very best I could be, and I gave them hell for a long time, because that's what you do when you're young and you're trying to figure things out, right? And you're passionate about what you're doing, so. That is true of me, but ultimately, I kind of rounded myself out later on fully. I would say when I started to get into the wisdom of my ultimate mentor, a man named Eddie S. Glaude Jr. He is the man. You see him all the time on the popular morning show called Morning Joe on MSNBC, and he's a university professor, and he just has this he has a certain wisdom about him that I wouldn't say that I necessarily adopt. I don't adopt the being of a man, right? I just utilize those tools that a person might have that I find to be useful, and I then in effect apply them to me, and give myself a better understanding of how to manage me and go about what I'm doing. So he's great about the mindset of how to do things. So knowing all of these different things, getting all these different tools and principles adopted from different people, it was easy for me to form the business principles I needed, because I could simply just follow different rubrics that have already existed and I've already been a part of in various fields of business, including the military, in the hotel and hospitality industry, in the food industry. I was a substitute teacher for 10 years for Norfolk Public Schools, and I even worked in a couple of daycares in Hampton Roads, so I got a lot of different, perspectives of how to go about business, go about being a professional, different administrations at different schools, those principles, varying principles, if you just look at them and you see what they do, and somebody gets to a high level, and that's what you aspire to be on, you want to study that, you want to emulate that to a degree. I guess you want to keep a certain genuine nature about yourself, so that you can always stay true to self, which I found myself now doing. There were some things where I was, just trying to fit in, so you do what you think you have to do to just kind of fit in, to the situation. But ultimately, if you're really just who you are, you'll just be that. And those other things won't matter, because people will see that you are about what you say that you are, regardless of all of that. But I would say really the person that really gave me the influence, and I just talked about about this to my wife not that long ago, right? I was at a seminar for a program called Launch here in Virginia, and it's a lady named Bonita Adams got up to speak, and she said the difference between success and failure is action. All right, so at that point in time, right, if you kind of know to yourself what you have been doing, what you could have been doing, and being honest, did you really apply yourself as hard as possible? Did you really make the necessary sacrifices? Uh, so I got to give that nod to my wife for allowing me to make monetary sacrifices, as well as the social sacrifices where she and I and our family enjoy being with each other. And there's been plenty of times where, I had to make that choice. And because she's been understanding of those things and she's working alongside me, she's actually going to be a part of the organization herself as the head of the health and wellness department. It's very important to me for all of my employees to have health and wellness as a part of the workforce, because it's important to me to keep people good physically and mentally. But yeah, I've been blessed to be able to be mentored by all of these people, and share my experiences, and I've been embarrassed and told no 1,000 times, and just that, trying to make some different efforts and strides happen, because it's such a new thing that I'm doing, and everybody doesn't fully grasp it immediately. But because of these wonderful mentors I have the stamina for it. I have the backbone to keep persisting even in the great face of adversity. So great question. Thank you for allowing me to give those people that nod that they certainly needed for, giving me the wisdom that I needed to be able to pursue these dreams.
Oh, no doubt, man. Because you can't do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You need people. You need people in your corner, and you need people that you look up to. You need to, you need that focal point. So you can have that tunnel vision. You
Right.
know, Kobe wouldn't have been Kobe if he didn't look at Mike. You know?
The great emulator himself, Kobe
Yeah,
Bean.
yeah. He wouldn't have been Kobe if he couldn't look at Mike, man.
Right.
But let's get into the app. Uh, what's that all about? Let the people know, because I think what you're doing is so dope. Because, like I said, I'm all about business, and I feel like people are focused on being an athlete or entertainer. You know, they need other things to, there are other avenues that we can all do, and I think business is something that I got to get our people more focused on. So
Right.
let everybody know what this app is about, and you know how they how it works.
All right. Well, if I can share the screen, I can show you guys what it is that I got going on. Okay. So, well, yeah. Well, I can say it without that. It's not allowing me to do that. Viable Arts is an app where you click on the app, you get to it, and you see that it's a dual-sided app. It's a two-sided app, available for use by the customer and by artists. And artists, we're talking about performing artists, visual artists, creative artists. So performing artists, instrumentalists, saxophone players, percussionists, violinists, piano players, a trumpet player, a dancer, a vocalist, uh, a comedian, okay, a thespian, anybody who gets out and actually performs, right? That you can think of as a performing artist, they will be available for hire on the app. Creative artists, we're talking about illusionists or magicians. You may have a gamer that somebody wants to request to play a game with them for 2 or 3 hours online. So we give gamers that chance. Visual artists, sketch artists, canvas painters, videographers, photographers. We want to give all of these people the nod to be employees of our company, so that folks can also, put together great packages. For example, let's say you are a customer, you get Viable Arts from the Google Play Store, Apple Play Store, Facebook, some sort of media outlet that allows you to get it, and you can get it for free because we won't charge you anything for it. We just want you to set up an account, set up a profile, put a location for where you mainly will be seeking your entertainment needs. And then you can go from there. And from there, you can select artists and see if an artist is available right now for contact, because they're either online and they'll have a green dot that indicates that. You can also filter the artist from the prices that you see that they have available. So once you click on the artist or scroll through the artist, you can see what their hourly rate is for whatever their particular brand of entertainment service is that they're going to provide for you. And so you can filter through all those things for individuals as well as groups. And then you come down to a much more narrow list, better making the app more user-friendly, right? So you don't have to constantly just find an artist, go to them, directly communicate with them, chat directly with them just to find out you can't afford them, right? Or just to find out they're not the exact fit for what you were looking for. So we help, folks get that kind of entertainment out there. So if you, as a customer, let's say you want to get your wife serenaded for dinner, right? You can contact a saxophone player, piano player, violin player, whatever your choice. Chat with that person about exactly what you want done, arrange that, book that, and you'll have that done. You can also get a culinary artist, another creative artist, right? Where you can have that person or team group come out and cook dinner for that occasion. You can also get a sketch artist to come by and draw a canvas of you and your wife while you at dinner. You can, also order some other sort of music to be played in the background as you dinner, after the saxophone or individual person is done serenading your wife. So you can make an interesting occasion package for yourself. And you can put all these people together. They don't even have to know. They'll just kind of get there and then assume it, or you can put them all together and have it however you want to do it. But it's all through you, right? No middleman, not even us. The artists set their own prices for these things. You pay the app directly. We pay the artists every week for the amount of work they get every penny of whatever it is that they want. So for your event where you ordered all these people, right? But let's just talk about one individual person. Somebody that's $300 for the amount of time you have them there and all that. They will get $300. We don't take a bit of that. Only thing we do is charge retainer fees for the artist for using our platform. A artist single individual artist will pay $5 a month. A group, which is 2 or more people, they pay $10 a month. So we want to make sure we get, start off with at least 1,000 people, in each state, and then have it just explode from there, so we can give people as many options as possible for any occasion, whether it be a birthday or wedding. whether it be something you just came up with and you just want to surprise somebody. The options are really limitless. So it's only limited by your imagination. You become the booking agent. You become the event planner. It's truly remarkable. So uh, it will be available soon. I really wish I can get the screen to show it, because it's almost finished. It's in the very last stages of development. They just got to put a few more bells and whistles on it, but it looks great. When we launch, it'll have the effect that I would say, we're hoping to come out, as big as we can. But we're modest about our expectations. So we hope to maybe come out something like Lyft, or Uber, where person can, get a driver to come take them somewhere. Well, now you can get an artist, an entertainer to come and perform for you. And Ty, by the way, they're not just live performers. They can also virtually give you what you need as well. So, because of COVID especially, right? Where people are still, afraid, and rightfully so. We got, these new variants coming out, and different things. So we want to stay ahead of, the possibility of potentially another shutdown. Hopefully not. If things get bad, we seen what they will do, right? So we want to be prepared for all those things, and still be a conglomerate of entertainment needs that we fulfill, not only for the communities at large, right, but for businesses, for organizations, for different government agencies and associations. Even though we have ceremonial outfits that will provide those services for those folks, we still want to give them weekly entertainment. So hopefully they'll go on Viable Arts and pick some of our artists to come by and perform for their employees on a Friday during lunchtime, or maybe somebody wants somebody to play lobby music, in their particular workspace. So like I said, the options are limited. This is really up to the customer, and we give that customer the advantage of being their own planner. So that's just an awesome thing. And by the way, it's the first of its kind.
Oh, it is.
No one nowhere has this. So when it comes out, it'll truly be what it is. And we hope people enjoy it for many years to come.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna download it. Shoot, man. You got the husbands around the world. They got no excuse now. They got to step their game up. You can't have a
We
regular old night
we
with the
live
old lady no more. You gotta download that back the arts app, and shoot, man. You can have everything.
right.
Saxophone, cook, the works.
What can
Man,
what can you not do when you have it all accessible to you? You just don't have to, a booking agent, an event planner, they, if you get the right one, they're good at what they do. But if this app works out like it's supposed to, we'll have event planners and booking agents, contacting our artists to do different events that they put on, and we hope that this becomes a universal thing where everybody just decides, yeah, this is where we want to go in order to make that happen.
well, that's what's up, man. Hey, I'm definitely gonna download it when it pops. I need the exclusive. You let me know whenever it's dropping. I'm downloading it that minute, that second.
I'm just going to send it to you.
Yeah,
I'm just going to send it to you.
I need that.
Yeah,
But that's what's
definitely.
up, man. Proud of you, cousin. I love you, man. You doing big things. Keep up the good work.
Love you
Keep
too,
grinding.
cuz. Love you too, man.
Uh, and
Pat
just, you
yourself
know what
on
I'm
the
saying?
back. You gotta. I know you interviewing me, but you gotta give yourself. You gotta tout yourself just a little bit because
Nah, nah, nah.
you've created a remarkable platform where uh folks who are doing something, but still on a certain level, like myself, you know, to get our voices out there and be heard. Um, and since I am being heard, I guess I would like to leave some wisdom with your audience and speak to the entrepreneurs out there who may be struggling to get off the ground, who are in fear of the different tasks that they have to face every day. Uh, Listen, you know, cuz I tell you, this is not easy. It's not. You don't expect that. If you give yourself the expectation that just because you're passionate about what you're doing, you love it, and you can do this all day, every day. Uh, Trust me, when you're the owner of it all, and you got it down to that part where you're managing everything, managing a bunch of people, and you have to see different people that you don't know, and then sometimes people aren't of a similar mesh to you, right? So you just kind of have to deal with those things because everybody is going to be where you want everybody anyway to buy your product or your service, right? So you can't get caught up into politics, really. You can't get caught up into how people think and how people look and what somebody. No, you just can't do that because you want everybody to spend their money with you. You want everybody to feel good about your product or your service, and they just will turn you off. If they feel like there's something about you that's just rubbing them the wrong way, right? Uh, the My Pillow guy, right? Very successful. I mean, oh my God, the money he has made selling those pillows, but his politics have gotten him into trouble. So they taking the stuff down off of TV, his ads in certain places, and I just don't want to. I don't want to go through that. It's not that you should have a fear of those things and then not be of the kind of person that speaks your mind about whatever you face, right? But the reality is that, when you're getting your feet wet and you're trying to really get going, you don't want to create situations for yourself, where you might accidentally do something that will impede your process and you didn't even know it because now somebody behind the scenes somewhere is pushing buttons that you had no idea exist, right? And I mean, we just know that to have happened to people. But even with all of that out there, it's worth the risk. As an entrepreneur, we gamble, right? We gamble, you know, our face. You gamble your soul and your spirit when you're doing this because it can be crushing on some days. But those good days are great. They are always great days, and you should feel the benefit of just doing, right? So take that action. Uh, be enlightened even by your failures. Take those failures and look at them and learn from them. Uh, you know, and give everybody a good thank you that you encounter. Even when they tell you something you don't want to hear, because it was all meant for you to hear. I promise you that. I wasn't so fluent in business. I was fluent in music and what, about bands and entertainment and those different things I taught you for days, but I wasn't so fluent the way that I am now today. After 8 years of, classes from different universities and colleges, 8 years of programs and organizations around this area and other places. 8 years of meeting true business people, millionaires, people that really have that money for real. and they talking to you about different ways to be and what you can expect. And so to all you entrepreneurs out there, keep going. You know, keep doing what you're doing, because the payoff will be great. Don't expect to be, Bill Gates within the first 3 to 5 years. It might do you some good to not even pay yourself for that time. But get your business right, do what you're supposed to do, keep your nose clean best as you can, and stay the course, man. Don't kick the can down the road. Don't mothball your projects. Stay the course, and make it happen.
Hey, that's gospel right there, man. That's gospel. That's good advice to give, and it goes back to even what you said in the beginning. Principles. You gotta have principles, man. You gotta have things that you stand on, because you don't want to break those. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to keep your integrity. You know, business is business. You know, you may not be everybody's cup of tea, but the cup of tea that you are for people, your supporters gonna rock with you regardless, man.
Yeah.
And people should always remember that. So, you know, keep
I
them
have, I have a lot
principles,
of
keep
people
that
that
integrity,
help
and
encourage
keep
me
working
too.
hard.
Yeah, it's good to have a lot of people in your corner that constantly remind you what you're doing is great and what you're doing is meaningful. And again, I have to go back to my roots. That's what I've always had all of my life. I've always had the encouragement to get out and go do different things and do this and be that, and not only do it, but be good at it too. Since you're gonna do it, be the best you could possibly be doing it, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so when it came to all of those things that involve arts to me and performing, it's just so natural at doing those things and not really being scared of giving people entertainment. I've always felt like something like this was, where I would end up doing somewhere in front of a camera, somewhere in a production studio, on a podium directing an organizational band. So this is all of those things in one. Uh, it's truly my life's dream, and I'm living it out. And the first place that I got to share all of that on a media stage was with you, sir. And you were there,
Absolutely.
man. You was with me shooting in the gym back in the day, early.
Yeah.
When you saw a lot of the different things I was doing growing up, to becoming this guy that I am today. So check the record, man. If y'all don't know me, just ask somebody about me. They will tell you this is truly what I've done all my life. There's no one better suited, I assure you, better suited to put all of this variety of arts, performing, creative, and visual arts together in this massive conglomerate the way that I'm doing. So I'm blessed to be doing it. Thank you again. Thank you
Hey,
again, cuz, for the opportunity, man. I love you for it.
love you too, man. Hey, and it's nobody better to do it, man. You are the person to do it. I'll be the first to tell you that is your calling, bro. And
Thank you.
I wish you all the success and everything, man. I already know it's gonna pop. I can't wait for it to drop. I wish it was dropping tomorrow. I can tell everybody, yeah, that's my cousin shit right there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, no
That
doubt. No doubt.
I'm gonna be the biggest fan of it. I'm gonna
All
definitely
right.
use it. That's what's up, man. All day, every
Yeah,
day.
you make sure you let me get a link to this. When it comes out, I'm gonna share it everywhere I possibly can and get people to come to
Oh,
your channel and
oh,
set it off, man. Let's go
it's gonna
viral.
it's gonna be on the YouTube channel, man. I got the
Yeah.
channel. The channel is popping. Uh, the IG, everything. You know what I'm saying? You see the name Hope Urban Tycoon Enterprises.
That's
That's
right.
what it is on YouTube. So you search it, you'll see. Got a couple videos of it, but you definitely going up there. You know, in the next coming days. So I'm gonna send you the personal link, and like you said, share it, man. It's all love. That's what we want, man. We want
Yes.
networking. We want everybody. We want us helping us. That's what it's all about.
So you
Get
gotta
everybody
promise me,
on, man.
you gotta promise me that when I start my first podcast, that you'll be my first guest.
I'm there. I'm there.
You heard it here live. Don't
I'm
let them
there.
forget it. You heard it here live.
I'm there, bro. Anytime. You got the number. Anytime, man.
I appreciate
Hey,
it,
but
big dog. I
once again,
appreciate that.
thank you for sharing. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love, man. Um, like I said, keep striving for greatness, man. The app is dope as hell, man. That's some real shit.
Thank
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
Even if you wasn't my brother, I'll tell you that
No
app is
doubt,
dope
man.
as shit,
Thank you.
man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Let me I know the wifey. Tell your wife and kids I said hello.
Likewise, you do the same, man. You
Yeah,
do the
and
same. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Felicia Black, my baby sister.
most deaf. Don't forget your rest in peace
Rest
to
in
your
peace to my
mom. Look.
dad, my mom, my big sister.
Oh,
You know, I just really wish all of them could be here, you know, to live in
yeah.
whatever's about to be, you know, behind all of this. You know, but I know that energy still exists within me, you know, and around me. You know, so I know that they're somewhat aware, period, you know, that this is happening. And actually they had already treated me as though I was, you know, some sort of big time success all my life anyway. So I kind of got an idea of what that would have been like in actuality, you know. So but I can't leave here without, you know, showing the fallen some love right now, man. I still
No
miss them
doubt,
all very
man.
much, and
Alicia Black, that was my little sister.
yeah, and my
You know what I'm
baby
saying?
girl, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you know,
my
I
mom.
do this for them. I do this for my wife and kids. I do this for all of you. You know, it's about time that, you know, artists had a platform for exposure where they could truly be recognized for their true talent. It doesn't really take, you know, a big name company to expose the greatness of a lot of these artists around here, uh, around the country, that you know, are right on par with some of the greats right now. And even somebody like Beyonce, a Jay-Z, a Taylor Swift, you know, just that they will tell you there's somebody out there better than me. You know, you just haven't heard of. They will say that because they know that that's the truth. You know, I just want to make sure that I can find these people, and I have, and give them the opportunity, you know, to show you all, you know, what they can do on this level, and hopefully I can help elevate their platform to a higher status, you know. So thanks again, cuz I really appreciate it, man. I don't want
No
to hold
doubt.
you
Thank
up.
you, man. Thank you. Hey, keep it up, man. Keep it up. Love you, man.
Love you too, cuz. Take care,
All
brother.
right, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Money, money, more money, money, more money, 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 more money,
Yo,
money,
get your
more
money
money,
up.
money, money, more money, money, more money, 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 more money,
Yo,
money,
get your
more
money
money,
up.
money, money, more money, money, more money, 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 more money,
Yo,
money,
get your
more
money
money,
up.
money, money, more money, money, more money, money, money,
Yo,
more money,
get your money yo,
money,
you can catch me on the scene, all about the green. Need a V8, I'm on the gangsta lean. I'm flowing like a stream. Mommy got a beat.